Today we're starting this press review from Zambia. We're looking at the publication, the Post newspaper. The Post tells us this Friday that President Michael has said there are still some civil servants aligned to the fallen MMD administration who wants to frustrate his regime. Anyway, read on page 4 to find out why he said so or how true the claim is. According to the president, his government is on a big MMD volcano. Again, find out why UNIP candidate on the November 8 Mufumboy parliamentary by-vote, Stephen Kamwengo, says his party is gone, but the MMD is going much deeper into the doldrums. The Post says a Rwandan court has sentenced top opposition leader Victor Ingabire to 8 years in jail for treason connected to the country's murderous ethnic attacks 18 years ago. Away from that, we take you to Cameroon to look at this one, still called the Post newspaper. The weekend edition of the Post says President Paul Biya will clock 30 years in office on November 6. On page 4, the paper assesses the works of the president throughout his 3-decade rule and says members of the ruling CPDM party are gearing up to celebrate the day. The paper as well points out that Northwest business magnates, councils and organizations will soon reap the fruits from a recent partnership signed between economic giants of China and the administration of the Northwest region. According to the Post newspaper, a full-blown biometric registration of voters across the 360 council branches of Elections Cameroon, ELECAM, is expected to start in the first week of November 2012. We're taking out to the Rainbow Nation. We're looking at Business Day. South Africa, mine layoffs are set to add to 4.1 million run out of work. The number of unemployed people in South Africa have reached 4.7 million in the third quarter. According to the journal, it's an indication that this could deteriorate given flagging economic and mass dismissals of mine workers who participated in illegal strikes. Statistics show that unemployment increased to 25.5% in the third quarter from 24.9% in the previous quarter. That's according to Business Day. The journal also writes that South Africa has a confused industrial policy that is trying to meet objectives that should be addressed by non-existent competition regulators. Read more from Business Day, South Africa. Remaining in South Africa, we're looking at Cape Times and the journal. It's written that expelled ANC Youth League President Julius Malema has vowed not to sing Doboli Buno, shoot the bow, ever again. Malema on Thursday confirmed he was party to an out-of-court settlement between the ANC and civil rights group AFRIQUE. The paper also says, or according to the journal, the Auditor General has been asked to audit spending on the improvement at President Jacob Zuma's private residence at Nkandla. The statement was made by Public Works Minister Thulas Nzazi. Nzazi said the possibility of prices being inflated owing to a lack of controls in the department could be ruled out. We look at the Wall Street Journal, the Europe edition, and the paper, you will read that the head of Greece's Socialist Party is facing one of the biggest challenges of his long political career as dissent mounts over his leadership of the party and a scandal widens over his alleged role in a possible tax evasion cases. For the first time in its 100-year history, Sharp Corporation said it had doubts about remaining a growing concern. According to the paper, this is another sign of the deep-rooted problems creeping the electronics markets or makers. Another story says Sandy's death toll in the United States has moved to over 85 as millions of people in the Northeast continue to confront power outages, traffic, gas lines, and limited public transit on Thursday. We're taking out to the UK. We're looking at the Daily Telegraph. The UK paper says millions of savers will see the predicted value of their retirement pot plunged by almost 40% after the financial regulator ordered pension firms to cut their growth forecast due to the global economic slowdown. Another story says comedian Fred Astaire was arrested on Thursday night by detectives from the Jimmy Savile Sexual Abuse Investigation Team. Find out why. Tens of thousands of children have been let down by a system forcing teachers to promise their principals and inflate marks. This is according to a report brought to us by the UK paper. Now we look at the Wall Street Journal, this time the Asia edition. The journal reports that China is marshalling its vast security apparatus ahead of a once-a-decade shuffle of Communist Party leaders, its first such transition in the era of social media. In another write-up, the paper says Barack Obama's re-election hopes hinge more than any previous presidential contender on the Latino vote. And we also told that Barack Obama holds narrow leads on 3 critical states. It's on page 8. And Asian airlines have added flights and a bid to clear a backlog. That's what the paper writes. This day we're ending this press review with Gulf News. The publication from the United Arab Emirates says a fuel truck exploded after hitting portions of a bridge on Thursday in the Saudi capital Riyadh, engulfing buildings and cars in flames. At least 22 people were killed and more than 110 others were injured. According to the paper, Arab American voters are unlikely to back U.S. President Barack Obama in large numbers this time around. In another story, it is said that authorities in Kuwait warned on Thursday they will use harsher measures to crack down on demonstrators defying bans on protest gatherings in the 10th state. And the 4th Abu Dhabi F1 Grand Prix will hold from today, November 2, at Yas Marina Circuit. That's all we had time for. Those are the front pages of newspapers we could lay our hands on this Friday. Go get them and read more. Thank you for trusting us. Stay with us for more news and do have a wonderful weekend.